We had this old pizza peel that I made years ago. It's made out of ash with a zebra wood handle on it, and we never really used it, so I decided to make a wall hanger out of it. I took and I sanded it down and got all the mineral oil off of it and put a couple coats of polyurethane on it. And then I also downloaded this little artwork here off of the Silhouette site. I had some credits left that I had to use up, so I just downloaded a couple of these little signs to use in the future. So first thing I did is I had to put some wall hanger on the back of it, and it's less than 3/8 of an inch thick, so I had to use some really tiny screws and be careful drilling the holes so you don't come out the front of it. But I just put some tiny holes in just in case I ever want to use it for pizza again. I can just peel off the sign and just give it a good sanding again, and you won't even see them because they're on the bottom side. So I got that screwed on there, and this is the artwork that I downloaded this and I printed it out on my Cameo 3, and this is all weeded, and actually there's a cover sheet that I'm kind of putting on there now and getting ready to apply this onto my project. So, basically I came up with this idea to try to keep it flat. I was going to just peel off part of the backing sheet here and leave the other half of it in place until I got everything located and situated right, because it's kind of hard to get everything square on a project like this to get it to line up right. So I took my time and peeled that back out of there. You can see I just cut the backing sheet there and just used a little guide to hold it down while I peeled it, and that was pretty easy to do there. And then I put some registration marks on it. You see some Sharpie marks on it, and I put some on the board, but a little bit hard with the air conditioning on. The plastic actually builds up a lot of static in there and tries to pull itself down. So that did take a while to kind of get everything located exactly where I wanted it. And so far so good. You can see it's I've got that top started, and I've done this with other decals and had excellent luck where I just peel off part of it and then I just flip it back like this and just peel the rest of it off. I didn't have such good luck on this project, though. I'm about to warn you. This was really a big mess up in the end. So you can see it's peeling off okay and everything, but then when I go back and take a look at it, it's kind of missing some spots, and everything didn't just peel right. You can see it's a total disaster there. So you can't let it get to you. Things like this happen when you're doing this kind of work. So basically I just decided to peel everything off that was a problem area, anything below that original section that I had started. And this stuff does peel pretty easy if you get it within a couple hours. If it sits overnight, the adhesive on it really is just about impossible to get off. You have to heat it almost to peel it off. Peeled that off, and I just grabbed the roll of the orange vinyl that I used, cut off a strip, and I took the other artwork and I just cut it off on the Silhouette program, and 5 minutes later, I was printing out another replacement panel for the damaged area. So part of doing things like this is really learning how to recover from a screw up. Also, so here you can see I got that part printed out, and now it's just a matter of going back and weeding it out. That does take a little while, but it really does peel out pretty quickly. It does do a great job of cutting. I moved this Cameo over on the other side of the room, and I'm running it off the Bluetooth now, and that's really nice, not having to have a USB cable hooked to it either. I just peeled the main stuff off there, and then just went back and took out all the little slivers that were left. And then it's time to put the transfer tape on there. And I had to be pretty careful to try to get that square and lined up so everything would be easy to line up on the board with the existing artwork. So I got that transfer tape ready and took a plastic squeegee there and just push it down to try to get it to stick good. And then I went back and I actually cut away the excess transfer tape, and you can see I put some registration pieces of tape on the corners of it on the pizza peel there, so I have a good way to know exactly where it had to go down, because you only get one chance with this stuff. So then it was time to just peel the backing off here, and I did that carefully because I didn't want to mess up again. And this is that Oracle 651 vinyl with the adhesive on it that's supposed to, be good for like 6 years outdoors, and I don't know how long indoors. So I got that all the backing off, and here we go again with the static, trying to fight that and keep it up. But luckily, those registration marks made it pretty easy to line up and get that top started in perfect alignment with what was there. I just had to start that on the top and then just take a squeegee and just kind of push it into place as I went down the board there. So in the end, I might have messed up in the beginning, but it only set me back a couple minutes, and learning to fix mistakes sometimes is a big part of, doing anything. So now I'm going to peel off the registration marks and then just go back and remove that transfer tape there, which usually that doesn't stick, doesn't pull the letters off. The adhesive on the vinyl is much stronger than the adhesive on the transfer tape. I just took my time so I wouldn't mess up again there and try to use a squeegee to get it all apart. And there it is, pretty much all done a couple minutes later and ready to hang up. So I just had to put a screw in the wall, just kind of measured so it would be centered under our coffee clock there, and just started screwing the sheetrock there in the same center line from the edge. And then that little hook I put on the back of it just kind of hooks right into the head of the screw there and makes it a 2-second job to hang. So there it is, all in place. And making this sign has actually added a new word to my dictionary there, procaffeinating. And it looks good with the clock we have above it, and it fills that spot in the wall that we were kind of looking for something to put there for a while now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.